apologize for reading, but it shouldn't be a problem. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mark. This is Life's Too Hard. We all feel like that sometimes. That's why I wrote these books. Spiriting Around, the modern guide to finding yourself, which is really about how to be an adult. CLAQ, C-L-A-Q, Creating Love and Asking Questions because Life is a Question Machine, which is about how to work with God. And Self-Respect, the solution to unsolvable problems, which is about how to keep a fair balance between yourself and creation. These books are available as ebooks online and can be ordered at your local bookstore. I'm going to read to you from them, starting with Spiriting Around. Don't worry, you'll miss something. It's easy to jump around, and you may disagree, but that's okay. I don't mean to challenge you. I'm just asking you to think for yourself. Here we go. This section is titled Romance. Being in love is different. It has its own feelings, and it has its own rules. It's full of dramatic extremes, exquisite emotional highs, and tragic emotional lows. What is it then? It's mysterious, but it seems important. It's intense, yet complicated. So you may be asking yourself, what's this love thing everyone's always talking about? From everything around you, you know that somehow it's the real beginning of your social maturity. While you try and understand it, you're constantly meeting its reflection in popular culture. It's in music and books, it's on TV, and the radio. It's at home and in the street. Being in love is everywhere, but if you haven't experienced it yet, it's hard to define. You start off seeing people deliriously happy being in love or desperately miserable having lost love. All you know is that somehow those people had bonded and were invisibly joined, even if only for a little while. When things are going right, they spend all their time together. They talk to each other every day about what you don't know, but now they seem complete. They seem normal and perfectly positioned for their place in society. Everyone's doing it. It's definitely some coming-of-age thing. It's grown up, but what is it? Your biological clock recognizes your sexual maturity. Its precise timing turns you on in anticipation of your sexual purpose. All the parts of your humanity wake up in excited harmony. But you may have difficulty describing the sensations you're having. This confusing stage of life is normal for everyone. So don't worry that you might not be ready for puberty. It'll find you. And many people have a problem accepting their bodies changing messages. Growing up is more than just being older. It's about choices, judgments, and adjustments. When you're just taking control of your life, things suddenly fall into chaos. And when you look for answers, it's common to find conflicting advice on what's happening to you and the best way to handle it. It's obvious it's about mating. So you may think finding your mate is your salvation. You might think that through marriage you'll be saved from the desert of disinterested humanity and become a welcome member of society. You might see marriage as a shortcut to adulthood and the answer to life's growing pains. And besides that, the bliss of being in love feels great. Falling out of love. But loving is different than being in love. Loving is selfless, where being in love gives an opportunity for selfishness to create a dependent desire for the sensation of love. And self-serving desires can be oblivious to a partner's feelings. When the truth's realized, the fall from salvation can be a terrible shock. And thoughts of loss after being so close to happiness can lead someone to anger and despair. The emotional strain of losing something affects everyone differently, and their feelings can range from an emotional inconvenience to being a depressing catastrophe. Being in love has such emotional intensity that the pain of loss, like grief, can last for months or even years. Sadly enough, the hurt can be so unbearable that people even explore drastic measures to relieve their pain. Unfortunately, for some, this pain is excruciating, energized by thoughts of betrayal, unworthiness, and hopelessness. It's from this terrible consciousness that thoughts can come to hurt oneself or someone else. Who's ever blamed for the pain? And it's in this emotional instability that vengeance and self hatred can drive out common sense. It's tragic that within the power of love exists such destructiveness. Patience, kindness, and reason cure emotional pain. In the kindness of friends and family is time for nature to heal any emotional wound. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to everyone. Life goes on if you give it a chance. It's in your power to decide your future, and God will support your loving efforts. Spirit comes together in love. The love that joins two people together is bright and beautiful. That beauty comes from the core of God's consciousness. But free will allows for separation as well as coming together, and relationships end for many reasons. But other than feeling that it's right for you, no justification is required. A relationship needs the support of two people to be successful, and it only takes one party desiring to end the relationship for it to be over for both. The intensity of spiritual bonding, perceived from a human perspective, can be confusing. So being forced to leave a loving relationship can be terribly frustrating. When a young relationship ends, there's usually no material loss other than the loss of emotional support. But that support is essential to our needing this as we enter into maturity. Lacking experience supports a necessity. Your experience is your self-support. It's learning by living and respecting the value of each lesson learned. Love teaches us about life. Anytime we touch it, we grow. And growth shows that you're never without love, even when it seems that way. That's a good place to stop. That's it for now. Thanks for spending some time with me. I hope you found it worthwhile. I hope you were intrigued and inspired. I enjoy sharing what I spent my whole life learning. Now I pass it along to you so you can make your life easier. I appreciate your comments and suggestions. Remember to subscribe. Hope to see you all next time. All the best.